oil. Cleaned 2 chicken breasts and tossed them in there. I have it on about, maybe about a 6. I ran out of onion, so I'm using what I have. I have some green onion that I chopped up and shallot. So I just tossed them in there as well. Use what you got. So I'm gonna do salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and toss that in there on a season it generously. And then I'm gonna put about 6 cups of water, and then put maybe about 2 tablespoons to start. You can always add more, you just can't take it away. So do about 2 tablespoons to start with 6 cups, maybe a little bit more. That's what I mean when I season everything. Salt. Garlic powder. I mean, that's fine. I'm gonna throw my water in. So I ended up doing about 8 cups of water. So I'm gonna have a bunch of vegetables, and then I put in the chicken bouillon. And just stir in the chicken bouillon so it doesn't get clumpy. Then I'm gonna cut up my vegetables and use whatever I have. Also forgot, I'm gonna get a clump of Mexican oregano, and it's big and chunky, and then just grind it on there. So about like this much, and then just grind it into it. It's another seasoning. I ran out of corn, so I'm going to use canned corn. I ran out of the corn on the cob, the little small ones to put in there. Use what you got. This is what I got. I'll let it boil with everything for a little bit.
It's your time, Mr. President.
Pretty much done. I just used what I had. I'm gonna let this boil, and then I'll also put 1 bay leaf in there. So I'm gonna put a bay leaf, and then just let it marinate pretty much on medium. I'm gonna maybe do that for about 20 minutes, and then lower it a little bit, put it for 20 more minutes. But once it gets soft, right now I just put it in there so it's pretty hard. Once it gets soft, then you'll just rip up the chicken and leave the bone in so it could shred. Throw my bay leaf in there, and I'm gonna go ahead and cover it. You want to get rid of some of that foam at the top. It's just the fat, like from the bone. So I'm gonna scoop up some of that. Along the way, they infect others who are flying to Vancouver or Nairobi, and soon the world is gripped by a plague from which we'll never recover. Thank you. It's still not ready, so just cook it for a little bit longer and skim more of the top, a little fat. Okay. Still boiling, still cooking. I'm gonna close it up. So it's been boiling for quite a while. I took some broth out, let it cool down, and drink it, and just make it how you want it. For me, it feels like it needs a little bit more bouillon, so I'm going to add a little bit more chicken bouillon, and then I'm also going to add a little bit more salt and pepper, and that's pretty much it. I'm just going to add a little bit. The oregano is fine, but if you want to add more oregano, I mean, you just make it how you think that it's going to taste. It's just chicken soup, so everybody could feel better inside the house. I'm just trying to make it quick. People are hungry. We're not feeling well, and the weather changes. It's like not the greatest, but the chicken is not done yet. It's still pretty tough, so Gotta wait for that to cook a little bit more so I can shred it. So once it gets softened, I'll throw it back in there. So added more bouillon, probably another tablespoon, and salt and some pepper I've shooken into it. Then I'll taste it again. But potatoes aren't done, chicken isn't done.
Not being in the role of Gandhi is a crime.
So this is a free speech issue.
Exactly.
Then say that. Constitutionally protected. That's another term you can use.
So he stays on the
All
list?
done.
Yeah, but this is gonna rattle some cages. You need to hone